What's going on, guys, and welcome back to FAMcast. This is episode 43, and we are finally back from LA, unfortunately.
Unfortunately, indeed.
Unfortunately. We just got back 2 days ago, landed in nice, balmy Columbus, Ohio, so like 90-degree weather at like 5:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
It was not fun,
Oh.
but we had a great week. We
Right.
lots of good times to be had at E3 and other things. We'll get to all that later. We have some really exciting things to talk about first. We had a lot of announcements at E3.
Definitely.
Some we had already heard of, some we had never heard of, and we're just gonna kind of talk about it for better or for worse, the good and the bad, because there's definitely a little bit of both in there. So I guess to start things off, do you guys just want to go down like chronological, start with EA, finish with Nintendo?
Yeah.
It just kind of makes sense. That's probably how I'll remember it in my head anyways. So I know we did our live stream for EA, but for those that weren't there and maybe didn't see everything that was announced, maybe we can just do kind of what me and Tim did, where we did like a round robin, just kind of go one at a time. We'll just kind of take things from there. Trey, do you want to kick us off?
Me?
Yeah. If you had like something from EA that you liked, didn't like, just any announcement.
I mean, Battlefield 5, it looked great. I mean, their Battlefield games always look phenomenal.
Right.
Visually, gameplay-wise, who knows? Didn't get my hands on it at all. But I think the best thing that came out of it, from EA at least, was Sea of Solitude for me. It looks great. It seemed like it would be fun to play, but I don't know yet. Again, I didn't get hands on it all, or didn't get to see anything else beyond the trailer. Unravel 2, it being out like that day was really cool. And that's pretty much it. Oh, well, I forgot about Anthem. Anthem was always cool. But I didn't get hands on. They didn't really explain why we're doing these things in Anthem, so it kind of looks meh to me. It looks like another Destiny clone with Iron Man suits.
Sure, and to kind of backtrack a little bit, I agree with you there with Sea of Solitude being like one of my favorites from EA this year for sure. Seems to be one of those kind of standout indie story-based games that is really graphically appealing. That was definitely the standout for me, for sure. Unravel 2, I never played the first one, but looked solid. It was always nice to have one of those, like, and you get to play it today moments. So that was definitely cool. What else did you see, Tim?
Well, kind of to just touch on Unravel real quick, like that guy, when he announced that and said like it was today, like that guy got super emotional. Like he was super happy.
That was cool.
Like that was kind of really neat. Like he was super thrilled about how much people enjoyed the first game and how excited he was to release the second game. Like right there, like he was super emotional about that. So it was really neat to see. I mean, honestly, EA is always just kind of a meh thing for me, right?
Right.
I did like seeing Anthem. Like I get that it's probably a Destiny clone, right? But we've seen what can happen with clone games, like at PUBG to Fortnite. You know, I mean, that's not necessarily a bad thing if they can take a formula and they don't have to necessarily perfect it, but just build upon it, make it something new and different. That's pretty neat, having it to where I don't have to be locked into one class, right? I can choose whichever one of those classes I want to be at any point in time. Is a really neat aspect of it.
Yeah.
If they can get this whole evolving world aspect down well, it'll be really well. So I personally was super happy to kind of see that game and see at least what little footage we did see of it. And we got a release date, which was February, correct?
Right.
Yeah, February 22nd.
Like everything else.
Yeah, like January, February, and March are like the holiday months now for the games. It's
I'm
kind of
so
crazy.
glad to see that too. Like, spread these AAA titles out. Like, don't put them all in, November, December. Spread it out. Like, Monster Hunter was, one of the big ones to show that last year. Like, you can have a huge game release in January and still be successful.
It's like they all were like, okay, look, guys, we're going to do something nice and not put all our games out in holiday season. And then everybody said the same thing, so they all just put it. So it's just like, oh, so spread them out. Okay, we're going to spread them out. We're going to be nice. And then everyone does it in February.
Right. Everyone does February 22nd.
Right. So it's like, okay. So my pocket wallet is just gone on that one day. FAMcasting. I don't care. I'm going to be happy. There's lots of things about it. But if I'm being dead honest with you, I don't remember a whole lot from EA. I remember the games that you guys mentioned. I remember stating that it wasn't a bad conference. But other than those games that we already talked about, there wasn't anything else that really kind of popped out to my knowledge, unless, yeah. Oh, Trevor.
Hold on, I'm pulling it up. My microphone's in the way.
The Star Wars game?
Yes, Jedi Order, Last Order.
Right, but we didn't really see it.
But it was talked about.
They just said
it was talked about, but when does it... Okay, so here's my question when it comes to that game. What time frame does it take place at?
That was very upsetting.
It was a good inside joke for all you people who didn't see it.
Right. Yeah, she definitely was not very familiar with how Star Wars works.
No.
But yeah, I forget. Oh, Fallen Order. That's what it was. Star Wars Fallen Order. And it takes place between 3 and 4 during the Order 66, which you play as a Jedi, which she was really blown away by. When does this take place?
What do Jedis use?
Right. So we're going to be using a lightsaber. Does that mean we're going to be playing as Jedis? And the guy's just like, yes. Like, I don't know what else to tell you.
I thought it was funny how he's like, look, I can't really talk about this. And then spilled like almost everything that was possibly known about it. Like, it was kind of funny.
Right.
But no, I guess there's that. I guess we can count that game. We didn't get Plants vs. Zombies anything, but that's okay.
Right.
Next year.
And since I didn't really say anything on Anthem yet, I'm really excited about the multiple class thing, to where you go out on different missions in whatever suit kind of fits you, or maybe your group's dynamic at that point in time. That seems like a really cool concept, because that's one thing that I wish more games did. Like with Destiny, I like playing the Titan, but there's sometimes I'm like, oh, I bet it'd be really cool to play a Warlock, or that Warlock seems really fun to play. I wish I could try it out without having to start over. So I'm interested to see how it plays out. Like, if just your character levels up, do you level up the suits and you have to modify each one? It'll definitely be interesting once we get more information on it.
Yep, I agree.
And
Madden looked good.
Oh, go ahead.
But Madden always looks great, but I'm not gonna play it.
No, I haven't played that, and I don't know
how
long.
The sports. They got announced. The sports. They were there.
And Command and Conquer. That Tim was excited.
Oh yeah,
about
Tim
that.
played that.
Yeah, I forgot about that game. So the little mobile game. That's alright. A lot of people are bashing on it. I mean, I think the reason people are bashing on it's kind of dumb, but like, the game itself does exactly what the trailer and the little gameplay demo they had there looks like. Like, it plays just like that. And it's fun for what it is. I enjoyed it for a little bit, but I did get bored with it after a relatively small amount of time. You have a visitor.
I know. So that's pretty much EA, right? Like, I don't think I have anything else.
Yeah, I mean, until we get more about the story about Anthem, I'm not entirely hyped up about it. The suits look cool.
Yeah.
The Ranger, Colossal, Interceptor, and Storm, like, they look awesome. But it's like, I want to know why I'm fighting this giant monster. I want to know why there's these crazy storms that are terrain altering or whatever. I need to see more. Like, gameplay that we saw was cool, but like, what's the reasoning? Like, we got more out of Destiny when Destiny first came out.
So here's the thing, though. I would much rather not know and go into it not knowing. Like, I'm so tired of watching a trailer and knowing exactly what's going to happen versus being surprised by a story. That was the coolest thing about The Last of Us, is I didn't know anything that was going to happen.
Yeah.
But show me something other than, yep, there's a giant thing that shoots laser out of his chest. Like, give me names of people.
Giant laser chest thing? Come on, Trey.
Like, I don't know. They're like, it's a lost world. The gods has left it, and things are fighting back or whatever. I don't know. Like, I lost interest in the game until I see more, honestly.
All right. Well, it's okay, because we only need 3 people, Trey. Wait. Trey, you need to play it.
It's fine.
No, I like the mystery as well.
It looks good.
It'll be fun to kind of figure out, what's going on. I'm sure they'll do like a story trailer once it gets closer to shed a little bit more light, but it is nice to not have everything spoiled. To just kind of be waiting to see what happens next. So I'll agree with that.
Yeah.
Next up, we had Microsoft.
I
correct?
forgot about Ori and the Will-o'-the-Wisps.
Was it Microsoft?
Amazing.
Yeah, Microsoft was next up because you were watching in the hallway.
Yeah, that's a whole.
And I was in the studio or in the new place, the theater.
That's a whole thing in itself.
Yeah, that was rough.
I flew all the way to EA, guys, to watch Microsoft from my 6-inch phone.
Yep.
Flew all the way to EA, guys.
Or to EA,
Flew to EA.
to LA to watch Microsoft on my phone. It was a great time. But yes, Microsoft. Let's.
So for these, let's do like one game per person. Just do like a round robin type thing.
Okay.
Tim, Trey won last time, so how about you kick things off? What was one game that you want to talk about from
So
Microsoft?
for sure, the biggest thing to come out of Microsoft for myself, which was a surprise / kind of not, because we kind of heard rumors of it, but I was super thrilled to see. I was super thrilled to see where it was going, and that's an actual sequel to the good ones. But granted, the other one isn't bad, but you know what I'm saying. Devil May Cry 5. Super stoked that we are finally getting Devil May Cry 5. It has been 10 years almost? I think 10 years.
Yeah.
10 years since we've seen Nero. And it kicked off straight up in the van, which a lot of people... So it's funny, because when that trailer popped, if you didn't know a whole lot, or maybe if you did know, it doesn't matter. Nero almost looked like Virgil at first. Like, I thought, is that Virgil? But then it came up saying, on the van, Devil May Cry 5. And I think you actually had to point out the 5 to me, because at first I thought it was a sequel to DMC and not Devil May Cry.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I was like, oh shit. And then his arm and everything, and I lost it. I saw it. I went from super sad Tim to instantly happy Tim. That moment. Like, it was funny because Trevor was there and everything, and I was just popped of like excitement.
Yeah, his mood completely changed. It was Devil May Cry, and that's all that mattered in the world right there.
It was. I was so happy.
Tim needed that for sure.
I did. That was a big pick me up right there.
That was. So I guess mine would be, if I'm just looking at Trey's list here, I would go with. It's a tough one. Because we had. I was a little disappointed by theirs. You know what? I'll go with the Cuphead DLC.
Ah, okay, that's a good one.
I'm excited to see the Cuphead DLC for sure. Even though me and Trey never beat it, we put in a valiant effort. Tim beat it.
I did. It was phenomenal.
But it's cool, like adding a new character and more bosses. They're definitely very creative with their content, so I'm sure it'll be good when it comes out. How about you, Trey?
Oh, that's tough, man. There was a lot that they said at Xbox. I think Xbox had one of the better shows this year.
I'd agree.
I would honestly agree with the homies over at Gamertag Radio. They said that this was probably Xbox or Microsoft's best show in a long time, and I would agree with that. But my favorite thing out of the show for them was probably, I mean, it's kind of a given, Kingdom Hearts. The ending, I was the only person, like when they first said it, they were like, and for the first time, Kingdom Hearts on Xbox. Everyone was like, oh my god, but I'm like, you guys don't even know. You don't even know. Granted, I'm sure they all have PlayStation.
I was going to say, nobody in the audience has ever played a PlayStation but Trey.
They play that trailer, and at the end with Aqua being Norded, I was the only one in the theater. I was like, no! And everyone turned around in their seats and looked at me. They're like, what is your problem? It was hilarious.
That was awesome.
And then I guess I'll say another one that was kind of neck and neck for me would be the Sea of Thieves stuff that they talked about. I like Sea of Thieves. I've always been a fan, and I'm excited for more. Just give me more.
Nice. Very nice.
Got 2 new expansions coming up for it, and I think one was July, and then the other one was August, I think. Can't remember exactly, but I think that sounds about right. But yeah, we're getting new content very, very soon, and I'm looking forward to it.
Nice. I am too.
Yeah, Trevor, what about you?
Isn't it back to Tim?
Is it back to Tim? So if it's back to Tim, Tim's gonna. So I'm gonna bring up Gears of War.
Devil May Cry.
I did, and
right?
Trevor said Cuphead DLC.
Oh, that's right. We're doing single game. Sorry.
So I'm gonna say Gears of War 5. Well, Gears of War in general. And actually, to be honest with you, with all the Gears things that got announced, I might be more excited for Gears Tactics than I am Gears 5. I love tactics games. I love Gears of War 5. I love Gears of War in general, right? Like, Gears of War is probably my favorite multiplayer versus game. But that's the thing. Like, I love XCOM. I love tactics games so much. So it's going to be so neat to see them put a Gears of War twist on a, like, XCOM-style tactics game. Like, I'm super stoked for that. So I'm just going to say just the whole Gears trinity there. Maybe even the pop game. I don't know yet. That was very disappointing to see at first because they got everybody. Like, everyone saw that symbol. It was like, oh, Gears of War. And it was pop figures. We're like, this is not.
You could just like hear that in the crowd, like it was just dead silent.
That was the best part. They announced it and they're like, and then no words, no nothing, just not happiness. And then they announced everything else, and it was great. It was a fun time.
Did they say if that tactics game is going to be mobile or is it only on
PC?
console?
I believe. I believe it's only
just
PC. Yep, I believe it's PC only.
So I'm sure it'll be one of their cross games, right?
Well, my understanding it's
Xbox
PC
Anywhere.
only.
Interesting.
That was my understanding of it, was that it was PC only.
Did Phil Spencer tell you that in private?
Oh yeah, we had a big conversation about that.
Gotcha, I figured.
You guys were texting each other.
I was like, what? He's like, yeah. I'm like, it's a good time.
I mean, that was definitely a big announcement. One of them that was one of the rumors that seemed so out there. When I read that we're gonna get 3 Gears announcements, I'm like, what? You could just leave
Gears
it
of War
at
5, 6, and 7 next year.
So do you think the pop games are gonna become the new Lego games? You think that's what's gonna happen?
For mobile, possibly. Look, I mean, I think with something like that, I had to step back at first, right? Like, it's like Pokemon. I had to step back. I have to look at what it is. Mm-hmm. And whether I enjoy it or not, I have to respect the fact that there are definitely going to be people who do enjoy it. And I'm going to give it a shot. It's goofy. I've accepted the fact that it's goofy. It might suck, but they made it for a reason. I'm sure it's not as terrible as what everyone wants. I think people want it to be terrible is the problem, right? I think that's the thing. People want the game to be bad just so they can feel like they're right. Yeah. But I'm going to give it a shot. I have to do that to myself because I can get in these moods with these certain games that I love and seeing them turn a different way, and I just step back, think about it, and go. So I'm interested to play it.
For sure. I don't think it'll be one that I'll pick up, but like you said, like I respect that it is something that some people will pick up. So teach their own, man.
Yep.
Is it back to me?
It's
already?
back to you.
Oh, scrolling through this list, I'll go ahead and be the one to say it. Halo Infinite. I just don't know, man. It's definitely not a core game.
You don't know.
Like, I mean,
I agree with Trevor. I do.
I need to know what it is. Like, tell me what it is first, because all we know at this point is that it's Halo, and just because it's Halo doesn't mean that it's good. So I need to see what kind of game this is, because it definitely does not look like a core game for sure.
It doesn't, and it wasn't 6.
I think it does. I think it absolutely does.
They
said they were done with numbering Halo games.
Oh, did they? I didn't know they said that.
Yeah, they said that like when Guardians came out.
You thought graphically that little
Halo
teaser
6.
we got looked good?
Yeah, I think it looked awesome.
Maybe it was my phone. It could have been my phone. I mean, we were watching it from my phone.
Yeah, that's true.
So maybe that's what it was.
It looked like Master Chief Fortnite DLC.
Oh, whatever. My ass, dude.
Oh, calling it out.
Oh. Hey, I'm reserving judgment until I see it. I'm just saying from what I see from the trailer.
It's true.
I'm just not there yet.
I think this trailer that they showed, I think it was just them showing off this new slipspace engine is what it was.
Oh.
So it's definitely the next Halo, because even Phil Spencer was like, "This is going to be the next chapter in Master Chief's journey to, or he's going to be like his greatest adventure or something like that," is what he said. But
that's true.
This is definitely the next Halo. I think it looks great.
But how can you say that?
Huh?
How can you say it looks great? We didn't see anything other than him holding his helmet in a Warthog.
It visually looks pretty. It visually looks gorgeous.
But none of it was gameplay though.
Yeah,
Like any
You didn't
cinematic.
see the warthog driving around?
Huh?
Yeah, there's a warthog like driving around on the plains.
It was like 2 seconds of a warthog going.
I mean, it's better than nothing.
Was
It's better
gameplay?
than.
We don't
Sure,
know.
I would imagine it was gameplay.
I thought
mean,
it was
it's-
all. I mean, I haven't seen it since we watched it on Tim's phone. I thought it was all
That's true.
like a CG trailer.
Either way, I think it looks absolutely gorgeous, and that was a really good way to start off the show. Like, the
I mean,
Slipspace engine already looks amazing to me.
It was definitely a way to hype people up for sure. Absolutely, I agree with you there. I'm interested in seeing more for sure. I'm not saying it's a bust because I haven't seen anything to say it's a bust. It just has me skeptical is all.
I agree. I need to see more. That's all I'm saying. I need to see more.
Yeah.
It's no different than you and Anthem. Like, I need to see more.
Yep.
All right, it's all on you, Trey.
It's all on Trey.
Okay, Sekiro, whatever that game was called, I can't remember.
Sekiro?
Sekiro, the essentially the Xbox Bloodborne, which is not an exclusive, but I'm just gonna call it that because I mean it's from software.
Right.
It looks like a Bloodborne / Nero type game.
Right.
It's basically Bloodborne in Nero, but it looks really good to me. The gameplay, of course, looks very tight, very punishing.
Right. Very interesting.
The time period is always a staple in my mind's eye. Like, slap anything in a feudal era Japan with demons, I'm gonna play it.
Like Batman?
What?
Like Batman?
I haven't watched it yet.
Yeah, no. That's a good movie.
Yeah.
I guess for the sake of argument and time, I'm just going to kind of rattle off a couple here real quick.
Sure. Let's do it up.
So just to kind of, so I went over my top ones, just kind of hit a couple, what do you want, honorable mentions. Dying Light 2, yeah, that was it. Dying Light 2. I really like Dying Light 1. It was fun. There's a couple things that were hit and miss about it, but it wasn't bad. It was still a really fun game, so I'd like to see how they make that better. The other one was, oh my gosh, what was it? It was them buying all those. What's that?
Said also Dying Light 1 is on sale right now.
Oh yeah, there you go. Go check it out. It is a lot of fun. But them also buying those 5 studios out and like now be like, especially Ninja Theory.
Yeah.
Ninja Theory is a huge company for them to be now part of Microsoft. Like that's a huge hit. So it was a pretty big announcement. It's pretty neat. But those were like the other honorable mentions that I would have to say from the list of things that I have here that I personally was pretty excited about. And of course you have Forza, but that's an every year thing. So
No Crackdown 3, Tim?
oh, that game that's never coming out? Nah, I'm good.
That's vaporware to me.
I was
Honestly,
excited for that back in 2012.
I'm surprised they showed that this year. I'm honestly surprised they even bothered.
They had the balls on them to do
Right.
that.
Yeah. Pretty much. Like the balls on them to push it back to 2019 and just
Still have
show
Terry
it.
Crews in there.
Right. And even let's see. Yeah, I think that's about
it's
it.
like it's basically like the same trailer that they showed when they first announced the game. Like it's vaporware to me until I see
Right.
an actual, I don't know,
I agree with that 100%.
a confirmed date, like a solid, like this is coming out this day, this is how it's going to be 100%. I don't care about the game.
Trevor,
It's just
I agree. It's nothing, right, until we see it. There's definitely at least one more Trevor's missing. I'm just waiting to see if he catches it.
I just had
I mean,
it.
I definitely want to talk about Forza 4. Forza 4 looks kick-ass.
Do you?
to me.
Okay. So
Yeah,
Horizon 4 does look good, right? Like it does.
Yeah.
Horizon
So
was
they're
always
talking about
better.
it's basically turning Forza into a massive multiplayer online
That
game.
was the best part. That was the best part.
That's the coolest thing. It's like,
It's not drivatars anymore. It's real people.
yeah, it's not drive, it's actual people.
That
Yeah,
was
it's
the
amazing.
best part.
And the fact that there's like seasons and it's going to impact
Yes.
the gameplay, and it's like seamless in and out gameplay,
Yes.
and motorcycles, and hovercrafts. I don't know if those were just like
Wait.
in-game
Were
bots
those
that were
Forza?
driving those, or
That wasn't the crew. That was Forza.
yeah, that was Forza. That's totally Forza.
Okay. Not saying it's not. I just don't remember.
Yeah, there's like crazy like motorcycle flips going on, and then there was like the new McLaren like drifting, and then the hovercraft like came in front of him and like slid down this mountain. I don't know, but it looked amazing to me.
It does.
And October 9th, I mean that's this
Yep.
year, and then also it's gonna be on Game Pass. So
Yep.
anything that Microsoft puts out from here on out, well, I guess it's always been that way.
Through
but everything's gonna
Microsoft
be on Game
Studios
Pass.
and all that.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah, any Microsoft Studio game is going to be on Game Pass, and that's huge.
It is. It's really big.
Like, I love Game Pass. I'm not even an Xbox fan, and I love this Game Pass thing. Just, I mean, mainly for Sea of Thieves, but whatever.
It's a good reason. It's a very good
Right.
reason.
Yeah.
I do have 3 to rattle off.
All right, let's hear them.
Nier is coming to Xbox,
Oh, okay. Yep. Okay.
which is one of my favorite games from last year.
Which I probably pick up.
Yeah, you definitely should, man. It's really good. I need to get back to playing the second route. Tales of Vesperia is coming to Xbox,
Okay.
and then we had Jump Force.
Wow, that's it. I am disappointed in you right now, Trevor. There's one title in particular that you were super stoked to see, and you have yet to say it. Do I really need to say it? Do I need to say it for you?
What would I be really excited? Something I'm really excited to see on Xbox.
It was at the very end of the whole conference.
The very end of the whole conference?
You're like, man, I hope we get to see this. Man, where's it at?
Oh, yeah.
Wait. Oh, shit. They... No, wait.
Oh.
No.
He's going to get it. Just give him a second, guys.
Wait, is working on the next console build? Oh,
Nope.
Cyberpunk 2077.
There it is.
There it is.
Nice.
Yeah,
There's a few indie games that they talked about, too, that look pretty good.
Yeah, Cyberpunk is going to be awesome, man. I'm really excited to see more of that. Everyone that I've seen that got hands-on with it at the conference, it just has nothing but good things to say about it.
Yeah, I've heard nothing but A+ top tier. I mean, it's not, I wouldn't expect anything but greatness from CD Projekt Red. So
I can't believe people got to play it and we didn't. And they got a statue and we didn't.
I know, right? It's a bummer.
Oh, man.
I thought Tunic looked like a good game. I mean, it's definitely pretty obvious a Zelda clone.
Tunic?
Like
I don't
style
remember
of
that
it.
one.
Yeah, it was kind of... I wouldn't say it's forgettable, but it was just on my list, and I remember putting it on there, and I remember it being in there, and I don't know, it looked good.
That could have been when me and Tim
Very
were
pretty.
getting into the room.
Probably.
Sadly.
And then Jump Force, like...
I'm excited for
it's-
that. I'm excited. I'm personally excited for that.
I wish the demo that we got to play was better.
Yeah.
I didn't even get to play.
Like, I wish it was actually a challenge, so we can actually, like, test out things, but...
So
It's probably a really, really early build.
I'm excited
Yeah.
for it because look, Trey, you're a fighter machine, right? I mean, that's your category of games, right? Is fighting for sure. You're a fighting machine. To me, that looks like a game that I don't know how well those games tend to do in serious fighting arenas, right? And it might not do well at all. It might be terrible.
They don't.
But for someone who just wants to have fun with a fighting game, it looks super fun for me. And I hope they add Full Metal people to it, please, because we got Death Note. That's a true thing.
It's Full Metal's not a shonen
Shonen.
jump anime or like
You know what?
manga or anything.
You can
So I
just
just
not
crush your
crush
hopes
my
and dreams,
dreams
Tim.
and just let me
I mean,
have this.
it's possible that it may be in there, but
You can just let me have it.
I don't think it's going to be, because I mean, like, everyone was freaking out. They're like, "Oh my god, this is the greatest crossover in all of eternity!" And I'm like, dude, jump games have been around for forever. Like, they've been around since Game Boy Advance.
They have
So,
been.
I mean, I wasn't hyped up about it. I mean, it looks great.
It does looks
But it's
gorgeous.
like, I don't know. I've been playing them since Game Boy Advance, and they're always fun. Like, the first one was a Smash clone, essentially, but with anime characters. So you had like Goku fighting Naruto. You had, Ryuk as an assist. It was really cool. Like I think I still have that game in that red case right there. I still have that.
Nice. Very
It's
nice.
so good. Like, I will never get rid of that game ever. It's so friggin' fun. But this one looks meh to me. Just looks like another arena fighter, but really pretty. I'll say that.
Yep.
And also, you guys forgot one more thing.
Did we? Did we really?
Battletoads.
Oh God, go away. Go away.
They
No.
announced
Skip it.
Battletoads,
Go on.
guys.
Move, Trevor.
It's important.
Go.
Moving on to Bethesda.
It's important.
Oh.
Wow, you guys aren't even gonna talk about how they're working on the next console already, or they're gonna be, or like
Rumors.
Microsoft's AI. Like Microsoft AI is gonna be in every single Microsoft game.
Actually,
That's huge.
what I was pretty big about was the whole how they're trying to get their games on cloud for every system, for not every system,
Yeah.
but everything. Like that's
Right.
neat. That is really cool. Could you imagine sitting there playing, I don't know, Forza on your phone? I picked Forza. Is that good? I don't know, but
Yeah,
sure.
sure.
like concept wise, like that could be really cool if they can pull it off. Because I know Sony's tried to do something like that and they never quite got there. So I'd like to see Microsoft succeed in that area.
No, Sony's was good.
Was it though?
It's just that no one bought the Vita. That's the problem.
Well, it wasn't even just on the Vita. They tried to implement it on TVs. They tried to implement it on other, and it just never went well.
Meh.
Not that it can't. Not that they're not going to work on it. It just wasn't there yet. But yes, they are working on the next console. And I would say, 2020? 2021? I don't remember the date that we gave.
2020.
Something like that.
Yeah, 2020.
Scarlet, that's right. We found it. Project Scarlet. That's what it was. 2020. So that's what we have to look forward from Xbox. I thought Xbox's conference overall was pretty solid.
Yeah, I think it was definitely great. For sure. I mean, easily in my top. For sure.
So then we have good old Bethesda.
The best one.
Blew us away.
Yeah, it was huge.
It was fantastic. I mean, it also helped that we were all there for it.
No, that wasn't at all.
That definitely has like a part to play, but even if we weren't, I still think we would have put Bethesda out on top.
It was big.
It was huge, man. Like especially that ending. Like they just threw Todd Howard's just like
Todd Howard was the best.
He's like, what did you guys want?
He is
all right, cool. Here's everything you ever wanted.
Right.
Don't ask for anything ever again.
So while we were there, just kind of to give you guys a visual representation of this, everybody usually runs off a teleprompter, right? So everyone had a teleprompter, and we could see the teleprompters. We could see them, like we could see them reading off. It was right next to us, right? Todd Howard came out and probably had the longest talk time. Not a single one of those teleprompters. Like this is just Todd Howard. Here I am. You want this? Here's that. You want to see where we're putting Skyrim next? Boom, Amazon Echo. Let's do this. Like
that was hilarious.
And it's the best part is that they poked on himself. He's like, we had to do it. We had to do it. Like, Todd Howard is phenomenal. Love that man.
I know you do, Tim.
I do. But let's get to the games, right? Let's do it.
Yeah, let's get to the meat and potatoes here.
76.
Yeah.
Let's start with it.
Yeah, that's easily the best in show for me.
Really?
In Bethesda's.
Nice.
Easily. I mean, how would it not be for me? I mean,
so let's hear about it, Tim. Tell us all about Fallout 76.
So it was funny because leading up to this, everyone thought it was going to be an online survival game, and then as it got closer, we were like, wait, I don't know, this might not be. Like, look at this, look at that, look at this. They show out the trailer, and it's still Fallout 4 graphically. Actually, I think it's even more enhanced than Fallout 4 from what I understood and how they did it. The map is 4 times as big. And it is an online survival game, but Todd made it very clear that it is dozens of people, not hundreds, not thousands. Yep. It's dozens. So imagine Fallout 4. Imagine multiplying that by 4. No NPCs from what I read and everything. There's no NPCs at all. So this whole economy and whatever you want to call it is all based on you and these dozens of people around this map, just going. And it just, you might see a person and you could try to kill him. Maybe you befriend him. My thought was, okay, this could be really neat because what if I'm walking around and I have the shotgun, I have no ammo for it. He has this other thing. I'd be like, hey, man, I got some caps if you'll give me some shotgun ammo. You could build anywhere now instead of just in certain places, right? And apparently you can pack it up and take it with you. Like I have so many questions. It's the amount of answers we gotten. I have so many more questions for it with how it works. But it's just it's something you can cooperatively play. There's questing, which begs again the question of how are you questing without NPCs to give you said quests, right? Like so. There's again, I have lots of questions. I want to ask Todd himself. I'll get on a conference call with him after this or something. I'll figure it out. But that's really neat. I think it's Fallout 4 online. I mean, Fallout 4 Survival Online. It looks like that. It's going to have a lot of neat stuff. I'm stoked. That was my impression of it. Was there's just a lot to it. The whole nuking places was neat. But what do you guys think? Like coming from a non-fanboy.
I mean, I've never enjoyed Fallout. Granted, I don't think I've given it its full. I haven't really given it enough time to really get into it. The first one I tried was Fallout 3. Played maybe an hour or two of it. I'm like, this isn't moving fast enough for me.
You said it was overwhelming, didn't you?
Yeah, like it was very overwhelming. So then picked up Fallout 4, was excited about it. I still have my Pip-Boy edition unopened because I thought I would sell that for like $600 and look where that got me.
You can buy them for $50 now, Brandon.
Yeah, exactly. And I played that one for a little bit longer, but I still I never had the urge to I can't wait to go home and play Fallout 4. So I'm hoping this one is different enough to maybe not only get me into Fallout 76, but maybe it'll kind of bring me into the franchise years down the road whenever they launch Fallout 5 on Scarlet or whatever.
Okay. Yeah. Right.
So I'm definitely excited. Like you mentioned, I love the fact that it's a massive open world with very few people.
Right.
So when you do see someone, even in the distance, you start seeing a structure being built. You're like, oh shit, there's someone right over there. We've got to do something about that.
Right.
And I'm hoping, I feel like it would work this way, that we could all play on the same server pretty easily. And
I'm sure you can.
I'm just interested. I know that we will be able to. I'm just interested in the way that it'll change, who else is on that server at that time. So,
right.
There's 24 to 32 people on here. We take up 3 of those slots. When we log in, I feel like it can't always be the same people. Say maybe we want Zach Wynn to jump in and play with us. So it's got to be different every time. Meaning, someone's structure isn't going to be there.
Which
anymore.
Is the question, because that's a big question. Okay, if I build my house here, and I log off, is my house at risk of being destroyed? Does it just disappear? There's again these questions I have, and
I wonder if it's all phased to where okay, maybe yours is always there, your structure is always there, but not everyone else can see it. You're playing in phased different dimensions in a way,
I could see
all
that.
That's kind of whack though.
Huh?
I mean, if it's phased, you can just build this crazy base, log out, and it'll be phased to you. But people who are going to be the code hunters, it's going to be no point, because everyone's just going to be okay, build my structure, going to log out, it's safe now.
No, you still have people that can see it, but not everyone, not the entire player base can see it. Not all tens of thousands of people.
Well, right, of course.
So only the 24 to 32 people can see it.
Ark has servers. Now I know it's not going to play like Ark. At least I don't believe it's going to play like Ark. But Ark, you could jump into server 182, right? And whatever you build in server 182 stays there. And anybody who jumps into server 182, and there's only 64 people in Ark, but those people can see that, and you can log in and it's just destroyed, just gone.
Exactly.
I don't know if it'd be like that though. I don't think it will be.
I hope so.
I don't.
In a way, for it to be. I don't know.
But these are the questions,
survival part of it,
right?
Or the online part of it. Because if it was online, it would just be another single player, which wouldn't make any sense. A single player Fallout game,
right? Well, right.
It would take the core. It would take the core away from the game of, if it's online, if you build something, you're at risk of it being
destroyed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, destroyed, robbed, whatever.
Better keep some eyes on it.
My understanding too is that when you die, there's no penalty, or not, at least you don't lose your stuff.
I think it's I think I remember hearing something about that.
Which will be, but I mean, I could go on about what ifs, but the questions that we know what it is, we know what the game is, right? We somewhat know how it works. We know it looks gorgeous. They have definitely a lot of new enemies, and it's huge. That's Fallout 76 right now.
Yeah, I think they said there's a beta coming soon.
Yes, if you pre-order it.
Yeah.
Which I did on Xbox.
November 14th, and that's this year. We're getting it this year, guys.
I was really tempted to get it on PC, but Tim's only going to get it on Xbox, so I'm going to get it on Xbox.
Yep. I got my helmet already ordered, and it's already sold out. It was sold out after 5 hours of it being announced, okay?
I didn't even think it was 5 hours. Wasn't it shorter than that?
It was probably shorter than that. I know it got announced. We left the showcase. I pre-ordered it. And then a couple hours after that, it was gone.
Yeah, that'll be cool, man. Mm-hmm. That's awesome.
Also from Bethesda, I think Rage 2 looked kick-ass.
I gotta say, it got me more excited for it. I was not looking forward to Rage 2 at all until we saw that.
Yeah, it definitely sold me a little bit more on it. I wasn't excited when they first announced it, but that's probably because I wasn't excited on the first Rage. But yeah, after seeing the gameplay, I'm like, oh, it's kind of like a more realistic looking Borderlands. Gotcha. Cool.
It's like Borderlands.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sold on it. I mean, Borderlands 3 isn't coming out, so Bethesda said, screw it, we'll do it for you. So
right, here's Borderlands
I'll take
3.
it.
Which is, I don't think it's multiplayer, right? I believe that's fully single player. I don't think they announced that it was multiplayer at all.
Rage?
Yeah, Rage 2.
I
I don't think they announced multiplayer at all on it. Almost positive.
Either way, I don't care.
Which is fine. I mean, who cares? It looks fun.
You also got Doom Eternal.
Yes. Super stoked about that. Yeah.
Super stoked for that one.
That'll be sweet. Okay, Rage 2 is confirmed single player.
Boom. I'm actually stoked. I'm really excited. I can't wait for it to come out because I will buy it in a heartbeat to play that Prey multiplayer game, the new one. The what's that mode called? Where it's like
Typhon Hunter.
Wait, is it called Typhon Hunter? Is that the one where everyone blends in and you gotta try to find them?
Yeah. You turn. It's basically like Gary's mod.
Well, what's it? Yeah, but what's that called? It's in a lot of games. Call of Duty does it now. Whatever that game mode is, where everybody hides as things, but they have it in VR.
Tim, it's called hide and seek.
Yeah.
That's it. Yep, it's hide and seek, guys. Hide and seek is what I'm talking about. But there's a VR mode of it. I can't wait to play that in VR.
Yeah,
that'll be cool. So terrifying and fun. Like you will see that on VR Wednesday.
I would not be able to sleep after that.
It's okay. You don't need sleep.
Prop hunt.
Yeah. That's it. Thank you, Enders.
It's a single multiplayer game.
Yep.
What else did we see? I mean, there's the two big ones at the end, but I was trying to save those for last.
Elder Scrolls Legends is coming to every console.
Yep, Elder Scrolls Legends was
pretty cool.
a fun
I never played
game.
that game yet, but I may try it out.
And Blade or Blades?
Blades.
Blades.
A couple people got to play it from our party, Moonpickle and a couple, and I asked them about it. They said actually it was really, really fun. They're like, it didn't look fun from what they showed you, but when you get hands on with it, it's actually really, really cool.
Nice.
Yeah, they said it's definitely a mobile game that they could see themselves playing, like for sure.
Yeah, cool. I could see myself playing it. Looks pretty good.
So that sounds fantastic, actually.
I'm excited to see these like AAA studios, like these big name studios, start to make more mobile games.
Right.
Like the fact that like Pokemon bringing like Mario Kart to mobile. Like obviously, I'm always going to choose a console over.
Pokemon
brought out Mario Kart to the console.
Nintendo bringing Mario Kart to mobile.
Is that a thing? I don't have Mario Kart on my phone.
Not yet.
Oh.
Not yet.
So I'm always excited to see them kind of venture into the mobile realm since it's accessible for everyone.
Right.
I'm always excited when we can bring new people into the gaming community.
The full game of Ark is on mobile. I don't even know how that's freaking
crazy.
possible, but it's
wild,
on mobile.
Man.
You can download and it's free. So if you guys haven't played it, go check it out.
Anything other than the last two big things that
See, that's the big thing about Bethesda. Bethesda's just a studio, right? It's not Microsoft or anything. So they're not going to have a lot. But they did not hold back. They pulled all. They hit hard. They came out nonstop, and I'm pretty sure the only two we haven't mentioned are pretty much the last two, like just head thumpers, pow pow.
Oh, I mean,
knockout.
Wolfenstein got co-op.
Oh, that's true. Wolfenstein got some stuff. That's true.
But
looks good.
But
Starfield, man.
The little information on Starfield.
Nothing on Starfield other than that it's.
It was literally nothing on Starfield.
Starfield.
It's a thing.
Is their next game? That is what we have. Starfield is Bethesda's next big game. That is the game coming next. But then there's one more game coming after Starfield. What is that game? What did we get confirmed?
Elder Scrolls 6.
Elder Scrolls 6 got confirmed. Which apparently won't be out to next generation though, guys.
Yeah, that's what I've heard too.
Because of consoles, not PC.
Right. Like it's just like so intensive that we're making this game that's so powerful, nothing can run it right now.
Todd was just like, look, Elder Scrolls 6 is something we're excited about and we want to make sure it's great. But in order to do so, we have to make sure that everything we want to do can be done. And unfortunately, the current generation consoles really can't do what we want to be done.
Right.
Now, that wasn't them confirming that it's only going to be on next-gen consoles, but...
It's just alluding to it like,
right.
It's gonna be...
Which would make sense if Starfield's their next game.
Yeah.
You know, heck, we might not even see that until next generation, to be honest with you.
How do you feel about games doing multi-platform releases, like when we used to see games launch on 360 and Xbox One? How do you feel about that?
I mean, that doesn't bother me as long as I have access to play. I'm not going to condone somebody for giving someone else more options to play the game, you know.
So if Elder Scrolls 6 came out on Xbox One and then Xbox whatever's next, you'd be like, Yeah, they didn't cut any corners to make sure they worked on both. Like,
I mean, some studios maybe. Bethesda, I don't believe so.
Okay. Fair enough.
That's fair. But yeah, it's always tough when these games get announced because it's really exciting at first, but to other people's points in chat here, it's kind of frustrating in a way because yeah, it's announced, but you also know it's so far out that you know you're not going to play it for like another 4 years or so.
Correct.
Yeah.
Like, think about how long we've waited for Kingdom Hearts 3.
Right.
Like, it was so exciting when that got announced, and here we are. We still have to wait to 2019. Like,
I'm okay with it, dude.
oh,
If they
don't get me
delay it-
wrong, man. I'm
If
right
they
there
delay it
with
a
you.
little longer, that means they're making the game better.
They're
As long
making
as
it
it's done
better.
right.
I'm for sure okay with it. It almost just makes me wish that they would wait to announce games, though, so I didn't have to feel like I'm waiting so long.
Like, I feel like they announced Starfield and Elder Scrolls 6 just for the simple fact, because I mean, let's face it, we knew there was going to be another Elder Scrolls, right? That's not like that was a surprise that there was going to be another one. We knew Starfield was a thing because they talked about it before. But it's one of those things like, hey, we're doing this giant conference. We're going to throw out just everything. We're going to tell people we're working on Elder Scrolls 6 just to get that hype going. Why not?
Right.
Like, it's there. It's one of those like, okay, you guys know we're going to be working on it. So, boom, there it is. We are working on it. And it's the same with Starfield. Like, sure, we don't have anything to show you, but we want you guys to know, yes, for sure, here it is. You know it, we know it. We're just letting you know, here it is.
Yep.
I mean, that's kind of like the basis of the entire conference this year was, hey, we don't really have much of anything else coming out this year, but this is what you have to look forward to in the future.
Right.
I mean, that's what Xbox's almost entire conference was.
November 14th,
hey,
though. November 14th,
Yeah.
Trey. November 14th, Trey.
I know, Tim, but everything else is just, hey, it's coming. We have confirmed dates on this is when it's coming out, this is when we'll be here, get ready. So, I mean, I'm cool with it.
Yep, same Z.
I guess we should try and speed things along a little bit here. Going into Ubisoft with the next day here, I'm trying to think who kicked things off last. Trey, do you want to start off with Ubisoft here? Something that you saw that you liked?
Beyond Good and Evil 2. Just give me more. Give me more.
That
I will
looks
consume
sick.
that game as much as I can.
Absolutely.
All of the collaboration that they're doing for this game, like, they're doing like art assets and music and sprays and all kinds of other stuff, but I'm down for it.
Yep.
100%.
Yep.
Like, that
It's a
game looks
prequel,
so
right?
good. Yeah, they said it was a prequel, yep.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
They said that.
Nice.
They said
They
it,
confirmed that last
Yeah,
year.
last
That's
year
cool.
it was a
when they
prequel.
announced
I had
it.
not heard that. That's pretty cool.
Yep. What about you guys?
Skull and Bones. Skull and Bones was probably the big one for me during the conference. That and The Division. I think both of those looked like really, really, really good games that I'm excited for. Skull and Bones to me. So me and Trey had this discussion right about pirate games and Skull and Bones and Sea of Thieves. And some people have a feeling that Skull and Bones is just trying to get on that pirate bandwagon that Sea of Thieves is on, right? But I mean, you gotta think Skull and Bones has been announced for a while. It's not like they just like, oh hey, we're gonna do this because that game was
Yeah,
successful.
right.
But I agree with how Trey kind of put it. Sea of Thieves is a great social game. I guarantee you Skull and Bones will not be a social game like Sea of Thieves is. Not a
Right.
chance. But Skull and Bones is going to be like, hey, look, did you guys ever play Assassin's Creed 4? You know that pirate game that we had in Assassin's Creed 4? Did you really like that? Because a lot of people did. We just built this game upon that. Because even the combat system in Skull and Bones, when you're on the boats, was pretty similar to Assassin's Creed 4. How you shoot the cannons, how they do the overlay. It was all very similar.
I bet that's what kicked that game off. They're like,
Oh,
wow,
it did.
we're getting a lot of really good reception on this pirate combat. We should do something about that, you know?
Everyone's saying that Assassin's Creed 4 was a terrible Assassin's Creed game, but an amazing pirate game. So maybe we just go.
Maybe we just take the Assassin's Creed part off, and
Right.
you know, we're set.
Because there's multiplayer to it. There's versus. Like that's the pirate game that I want when I want to be an aggressive pirate. When I want to be a pirate with a badass ship and all these things. Because again, Sea of Thieves is a lot of fun. I love Sea of Thieves. I will play it still. I super enjoy it. There's a lot of nice things about it. But to be dead honest with you, it's really hard to play that game alone. Like I can play that game alone, and I will play it for 5 hours and get the amount of treasure that it would take me to play it in 30 minutes with a group of people because of like the skull forts and stuff. So it's when you don't have a whole lot of friends to play it with, sad face, the grind is just almost too much.
Sure.
As we're Skull and Bones, if I'm alone, it's like, I got a whole ship to myself. I got a crew. Let's do this. Nah. Just like that, too. Just
like that.
Yep. Just exactly like that. I don't know. Like it looks great. For sure. There's like different loadouts for your ships that you can do.
Upgrade
they said there's a beta coming for that one as well, which is pretty cool. But the one thing about it's like, dude, if you're a pirate, I want to be able to like board ships
I agree.
and fight people.
Yeah.
But when they did it in this trailer, it was just a cinematic.
I'm hoping that was like a thing for like
they're something like they're working on.
Right. Kind of like, hey, for the sake of time, boom, this is
right.
Yeah, that's I'm hoping. I mean, I could be wrong, but I agree with you. That's that because you know how fun it is.
And
to
it's
see
like I can do that I can do that in Sea of Thieves.
Right.
It's fun.
You know how awesome that is to sneak up on somebody's ship and just like it's the best thing ever. I agree.
It's like the best thing.
Yep.
I think.
But other than that, I mean, what else was there? Oh, the Starfox stuff. That was
cool.
Or Starlink.
Starlink actually looks legit.
It looks really good.
It does.
It looks awesome. Hopefully, the toy thing is like an optional thing.
I don't think it is. I really don't. I think it's gonna be like the Nick Skylanders. Just so you know, like I really don't think it is. I think you need them.
Yeah, I can see that happening. I'm still gonna.
But it's gonna be a fun Skylanders.
It's a great looking Starfox game.
Right.
I'll say that.
Right. This is how Starfox dies. With a grand applause. That was the best thing ever, Trevor. When you said that, I was like, "Oh my god."
No, it won't be bad.
I know. It was just funny how you worded that.
Yeah. I think the one that I'm excited for is Assassin's Creed Odyssey. It seems like they really understand what made Origins successful, and they're opening up like dialogue choices, which seems really cool. Which is something
that'll be interesting.
I haven't played in any game in a really long time, and they're opening up the relationship.
Detroit.
What's that?
Detroit.
Detroit. Oh shit!
Dialogue options.
Shit. I played that like 2 weeks ago. My bad.
Wow, that game must not have been.
I'm thinking more along the lines of like Coder and shit, where like you, I don't know, more action kind of stuff. But yeah, I'm excited that they're opening up the relationships between the two characters too, to where you can, if you're a guy, you can date a guy. If you're a girl, you can date a girl, or date who you want. It's whatever. It's Greece.
Is that a thing in Assassin's Creed? Can you do that stuff?
Mm-hmm. Now you can.
Now you can. In Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
Yep.
What else was there? They had the Crew 2. I mean, of course, that
comes out in like 2 days. So
open beta is June 21st.
Yeah.
Yep, you can preload it today, apparently, right now.
21st for that. And then what day was the preload?
Now.
Oh, right now?
Like right now.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's pretty awesome.
And then there was For Honor, which I never really played it. Didn't really care for it.
So it's fun for what it is.
Tim played that a lot for a while.
I did. I was big into it. And it was fun. There was a lot of... I actually really enjoyed the grind in that game. And I might jump back into it just to see the DLC, but I don't know. Again, it becomes one of those games that if you don't have like a group of people to play it with, it's just kind of mellows out.
Kind of whack.
Yeah, like it's fun, but when you play a game like that's super hyper competitive and you're playing with just a bunch of people that you don't know, it's not as fun.
Yeah. Well, I guess now that it's technically free to play, they have like a starter edition. I might check it out. We'll see. Oh yeah, they announced a new clan or something like that.
There's like a new
clan?
new clan. Yeah.
Like an Asian.
Yeah.
Not the Chinese version, like the Chinese section of like war or whatever.
Right.
I don't know how to. The Chinese dynasty, is basically coming into that game, which is going to be cool. But I think the biggest thing there, other than Beyond Good and Evil 2, was definitely Division 2. That
Division
game
2 looks good. Looks really good.
Like, it looks what Division 1 should have been.
Well, so one of our biggest complaints about Division 1, right, was the combat and like the bullet sponges, right? Because they were just terrible. Yeah. Well, to see that Moonpickle and them got to play it again, they were talking to me about it. How it's not really bullet sponges anymore. They have health, but they hit a lot harder. So they hit as hard to you as you do to them, right? But there's mechanics in it, like, hey, this guy's wearing armor, so you can actually like shoot that armor off, and now he has an exposed weak part and stuff like that.
Oh
So
my
like,
God, yes.
like that's the mechanics that that Division 1 should have had to begin with.
That's all I've ever wanted.
Yep.
In a
Yep. So
just give me reactive hits.
Yep. So
like if a guy has like a visually, he obviously has a fuel tank on his back. I should be able to shoot that tank and blow that shit up.
Yep.
I should be able to shoot his legs and him cripple to the ground. Yep. I cannot wait.
You can do that now, Trey.
Your dreams are coming true.
Yep.
I can't wait.
Are we moving on to PlayStation?
Let's move on to PlayStation.
Wait, did it? Yeah, go for it.
What?
Yeah. Nothing. I thought I skipped. Yeah, I did skip PlayStation. I didn't take notes because we were outside.
Yep,
Yeah,
we were waiting in line to watch it in the theater, and we didn't get it in the theater, so we had to halfway watch it while we were walking to a bar.
Yep. We didn't even get it. We didn't even get to hear it. We just watched the video.
Yeah, we didn't. We had to listen to them later.
Right.
But they kicked it off with Last of Us, I believe.
They did.
Mm-hmm.
Which a very emotional trailer. That
It
was a very good one. I enjoyed it. I'm excited.
5 years in the future, is that right?
Correct. 5 years in the future.
So she has to be 19, I'm assuming. That's
I don't know
my
how old
guess.
she was in the first one, but
I
she's
think she was
probably
like
5
14,
years older than
13
that.
or 14. She was something like that.
Sounds about right. Old enough to romance another lady.
Yeah, she was. She was all up on that lady. I'm excited for The Last of Us.
Yeah,
just because The Last
it looks
of Us.
good.
For sure.
It looks really, really good. I know they showed like a little bit of gameplay, sort of.
I want to see where
in
Joel's
there.
at.
Yeah, I know they said they had to like completely change her combat because, you know, since it's 5 years in the future, she's definitely like an evolved fighter,
capable.
survivalist at this point. So she's
Right.
her combat's going to work differently, which I think is really cool. Don't make her work the same way since she's obviously different now.
It's Lara Croft.
That's what happens.
That's what happens. She becomes Lara Croft.
What else? Ghost of Tsushima was right after that?
Yes, Ghost of Tsushima was right after
Yeah.
that, and that game looked visually stunning as F. Like, oh.
That game.
That is like
you can tell. Go for it.
That is like the most gorgeous game I've ever seen. Like they go out into these like grassy fields and like everything has a shadow. The lighting is perfect. Like I was just so blown away.
Yeah. You can tell like we're at like the end of a console cycle. Because like when it came to like great looking games, even on like PS3 when we had Uncharted, that game still to this day looks amazing to me. And now that we're getting to the end of PS4 with Ghost of Tsushima, this is like mind-blowingly beautiful. Like this is
How did you do that?
insane how good this game looks.
Yeah.
Or how good this game looks.
It's truly insane the level of detail that they put into this.
Yeah. Like the combat, it looks kind of slow, but it's has a methodical approach to it because you actually have to like think instead of just like
It's like
Right.
actual
here I am, here we
actions
go,
and
let's
reactions.
do this
Yeah.
action game. You know, it's like a
Not just like
yeah, it's not a button masher. It's not press square the game. It's like
right.
I have to take a
Press
stance.
square.
I have to think about what I'm doing. It looks good. It looks really good. I can't wait to hear more about it. Like I want to know the storyline more for sure.
Right.
We also got
We'll
a
see.
lot more Spider-Man.
We did.
A lot more
we got a ton of
villains.
Yeah,
Spider-Man.
damn right we did.
That was awesome. Saw
God, Spider-Man looks so good.
Rhino, Scorpion,
Yes.
Vulture,
Yes.
Electro.
I call him Shocker. Oops.
Shocker.
It's not, those are two different people. Yeah, it was Electro, and then we got more Mr. Negative, which people were like, "Oh my God, it's a Sinister Six," but it was actually only 3 or 4, or wait, no, 5. Sorry, 5. It was only 5 people, not the actual 6.
And
So
then
they're
a
only missing one
mysterious
person
Mysterious person came and saved Spider-Man at the end.
Who is it?
I wonder who it could be.
Superman. It's Superman.
Superman, DC crossover Ultimate. Pre-order now. Get Ultimate Superman Spider-Man skin.
Would that stop you from buying the game, Trey, if it was Superman?
Yes, I would disown Marvel at that point. I would be like, I am now a Dark Horse fan. That's what I would say.
Hey, Dark Horse is
a
good,
hand
man.
key.
Which I mean, I am already. I love Dark Horse, but like I would just be like, yeah, I'm a diehard Dark
fun.
Horse now. I don't. What's Marvel?
Switch over to Vertigo, man. Vertigo's got the shit.
Yeah.
I love Vertigo.
Yeah.
So who do you, in all reality, do you think it's Miles at the end, or do you think it's someone else?
Do I think it's Miles?
Yeah.
Because Peter's clearly older,
I don't know.
right? So it wouldn't be like unheard of.
Well, they already showed him
It's
in the
definitely
game.
it's happened before.
They showed
I think so.
They showed Miles in the game last year.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
There's
when
last
Trey
year's
flipped
trailer.
out.
Yeah, I lost my shit when that happened. But yeah, I think I would imagine it's Miles that saves them, but I don't know.
Guess we'll see.
I don't want to get my hopes up. So
It's okay. I don't blame you.
What if it's not an ally and it's an enemy?
Doc
like
Ock.
Venom,
Like
like Spider-Man, friend
like-
and foe, friend or
like
foe.
Green Goblin.
No,
Wow, rude. You don't like Green
No.
Goblin.
I don't. He would never save Spider-Man.
You
I'll
don't
tell you
know.
that.
No, I'm saying. Oh, sorry, I wasn't saying like.
I don't know,
was gonna
Tim.
Save him.
Like I mean, I can see like Venom saving him.
But what if they're not trying to save him? What if it's just
Yeah,
some
that's what I
other
was
person,
saying.
and he's just like, "Oh, great, screwed even more." Thanks, Marvel.
Misdirection.
Right.
It's possible. Who
That should
knows?
be
We'll
that
see.
should be a
And he
name,
dies.
guys. That should be a name of a female supervillain. Misdirection.
That'd be funny.
I'm
Patent
copywriting
it.
that
Put
right
it-
now.
put it right down.
Got
Yeah,
trademark
you're done.
right here. Clip
Right.
clip that, Enders. We've got
Clip
physical
it.
proof. Misdirection, the next big superhero villain of all
Yep.
time.
All
You heard
time.
it here first. I don't know what she does. She misdirects people. Moving on. Death Stranding.
Death Stranding was.
We got some
that's a
gameplay.
thing.
We got a lot.
We
Kind of.
got a whole like what 9 minutes or something like that.
Yeah, it was. It's like
yeah, it's a long trailer.
it's like, hey, here's a lot, but you still don't know anything. Have fun.
Oh yeah, definitely asked more questions
Typical
than it
Kojima.
answered. We had the other. We've got the female actress. We got two female actresses in there. The one that's the Bionic Woman. Then the other one that.
I assume it's his wife, right? I mean, that's the assumption.
No, that was the one that was under the umbrella, right?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Wait.
It's not his wife.
No, the one that was under the umbrella was not his wife. The Bionic Woman was his wife.
Correct.
Was it the Bionic? So the Bionic Woman was his wife.
That was
Okay, I thought
the
that's
one
who
with the
we were
longer
talking-
blonde hair. She was on the beach in like
Oh,
a weird
her.
vision
Yeah,
thing.
the one who wanted her to work for him, or wanted him to work for her.
Yeah, that one. I don't know who that is. I forget. Yeah, he's a delivery guy. Good old Sam's a delivery guy, just moving boxes and
So he does.
Who knows
boxes
what
of
he's
Sam
games.
moving.
Porter.
yep.
Sam Porter Bridges.
I think they're after that baby. I definitely think they're after that baby. That baby
be,
has.
I don't know.
some-
There's like so much. I need to watch it again. I should have watched it before we. Should have watched it before we did this, so I could actually explain what was going on. Because I have a general idea of what's happening, but I don't.
Well,
at the
he
same
has
time.
that little. So he plugs in the baby
It's
like a
Kojima.
battery, little thing. He goes off, and he's walking,
Yep.
and he could see those things, and like crazy stuff's happening. I think they're clearly after that thing. I don't know what that thing has, what it's doing, but I think they're after that. But it could be a
It's the
misdirection.
last baby.
It's the last.
The
baby.
last baby ever.
Could be. It's a Kojima game.
I would imagine it's like. I mean, it has to be like his son or daughter. I don't know what the gender of the baby was, but who knows, man? Who knows? It's Kojima. Next thing you know, there's gonna be mechs in the game.
Yes.
There's gonna be.
This is Metal Gear 6, Trevor. He just hasn't told anyone.
It's possible, dude. Who knows, man?
He actually secretly stole the IP and everything. Like, it's his. It's a surprise.
Fucking Konami.
I don't want to talk about
What
that.
else do we have at PlayStation? I mean, I honestly can't think of anything else to say about Death Stranding other than it looks amazing.
Yeah.
It does.
We got a new song. We got
Oh yeah.
shit tons of gameplay.
A Silent Poets.
So we'll see.
Yep.
Who? Yeah. What else do we have?
What else do we have, Trevor? There's a big one.
PlayStation was pretty forgettable,
Oh, no.
honestly,
There's
other
a
than
big one.
Death Stranding.
There's. Oh yeah. I know.
So, we got confirmation finally, of footage and release day and everything I could ask for. Resident Evil 2's remake. Ladies and gentlemen, it looks so good. Oh my
The best game
gosh.
of E3.
Like,
easily.
I don't know how many times I went back and watched that trailer and found other trailers to watch and other things to watch on it and this and that and this and that. But it looks great. So I'm going to hit on the biggest, what people are saying is the biggest downfall, and that's the camera angles, right? So this is a remake. It's not remastered. It's a remake. Okay. So
it's not a remaster?
It's not. So the camera angle is more to the part of Resident Evil 4 and 5 where it's like over the shoulder, right? Third person view. And you're going to see the game in a whole new light. And you're also going to notice there are things that aren't in the same places as they were in Resident Evil 2, which I noticed that right away for like one of the boxes weren't in the right place, all this other jazz. But the game looks.
This picture frame was tilted to the left.
Yeah, it was tilted
to the
left. Yeah, it was kind of
totally
whack.
threw me off.
There's a bathroom in the mansion, or not mansion, in the police department. There was never a bathroom in there. I don't know if you guys ever remember that, but there wasn't. There is now. So little things like that are fine, but people are kind of going back and forth about the camera angles, and here's what I have to say. I don't care, first of all. It's Resident Evil 2 remake, and it's how they want to see it. I can't wait for that. But there are also people saying in some interviews where they, from my understanding, have the option to toggle the camera angles to fix camera angles. So if you want to play that way, apparently it is in there. So if it's in there from the get-go, I will probably stream it my first playthrough with those old classic cameras, just because. Yeah. Like, if it's in there and I can do it right away, I will probably do that just for the nostalgia.
Tim, you know what we should do?
What's that?
You can play Leon's and I'll play Claire's.
Oh, that'd be legit.
Let's do it, dude.
That'd be legit. That'd be really good. And that's the best part.
Gosh,
you get both.
I can't wait.
Both storylines are in there. You can play as both. The game just looked, dude. That game looked intense. Like, it looks so good. I don't care how. It's coming out February or January 25th.
Yep.
I'm so stoked. Yes. My God.
So Tim, I've got a question for you.
Answer.
Are you going to play in 4K 30 FPS or 1080 60 FPS?
1080 60.
Good choice.
1080 60 for sure. Like 4K is great, but I mean, you can't beat 60 frames.
Correct. You cannot beat it. It makes a huge difference.
It's a glorious thing to do. Now, I might play it on a second or third playthrough just to see what the difference, yada, 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 yada. But that was such a weird thing, though, right? Like, I get it, because 4K 60 is a lot to ask for. Right. It's a lot to ask for, right? Especially from a console standpoint. It's a ton to ask for. But 60 frames is just better. It's the better way to go. It's always the better way to go. So that's definitely the way I'm going to play it. I'm so stoked for that game. I saw that, and it sucked because I couldn't be excited. Actually, I tried to be, and I got yelled at a couple times because we're in a bar, and we're watching this thing on my phone again, and I'm just like, ah! And I'm being told to stop, be quiet. There's people here. I'm just like, ah! Like,
and we're in public. Stop.
Right. There is gameplay footage of it. Like, you can watch a lot. There's like 20-minute gameplay footage you can watch.
Yeah, for sure.
Tried to play a demo of it.
I watched Maximilian play it, and wow.
What is character zapping?
What?
It says the Resident Evil 2 remake will have 2 campaigns but removes character zapping. Do you have any idea what that means?
Removes character zapping. So 2 campaigns.
I don't know.
Leon's and Claire's, but character zapping?
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure if I was explained, hey, this is what character zapping is, I'd be like, oh, yeah, okay, I see what they mean by Resident Evil 2, yada, yada, yada. But I don't. The way that's worded, I don't 100% know.
Touched on how the original 4 different scenarios, Leon A, Claire B, Claire A, Leon B, have become 2 more straightforward campaigns.
So basically just removing the optional stuff and just having a straight forward.
One of the great things about the original was this sort of 2-character system where you could get a different perspective on events.
Right.
Either as Leon, the rookie cop, or Claire as a student. The zapping system, as it was known, where there was A parts and B parts to each character.
Correct.
Wow.
So basically they're just saying each one has their own.
There's no more A's and B's. It's just one big campaign.
One straight up.
And they said each one is going to be more, instead of it being repetitive, it's going to feel more unique.
The hunk mode is back if you beat it. in a certain way. You can also get tofu. Like they added the Easter eggs from the first one into this game. I cannot wait to play this game through as tofu. Like
it's gonna be so good.
I'm so stoked.
Which I'm hoping. Oh my gosh, I'm hoping once this game is released, either they have to do DLC or just straight up say it. Resident Evil 3.
Yeah, a Resident Evil 3 remake would be glorious too.
Oh my gosh! Like after watching this, I was getting childhood PTSD because I got nervous when the zombies came through and they looked terrifying. Right. Like, oh my gosh, they look so scary.
I see. And it's funny because they could do DLC.
Yeah, because it's Resident Evil 2 and 3 are happening concurrently.
Kind of.
It's
so
happening at the same time.
Three takes place literally one day before 2. Literally one day before 2. So 3 technically is a prequel, but it's only a 1-day prequel, right? It's just Jill getting the GTFO. Like that's all it was.
I just want to see my baby girl Jill in the RE engine.
Yeah.
And my favorite villain, Nemesis, in the RE engine. Oh my gosh, it's gonna be incredible if it ever happens, but yeah, we'll see. Yeah, I'm excited.
That game,
Resident Evil 2 looks great, and I'm sad we didn't get to play it. But
that's a whole story in itself.
Yeah,
next time.
Well, I know we kind of want to push through it here, but I don't want to skip over anything. Before we move on to Nintendo, anything else from Sony?
We didn't see but a tiny itty bitty teaser trailer thing of Days Gone. Like that was one of our 4 games that we're going to focus on this year. Here's a teaser. You're going to forget about it in 10 minutes. Okay, you're good.
Yep. I honestly forgot about it.
Yeah. Kingdom Hearts 3: Pirates of the Caribbean.
That looked
Skull and
real.
Bones is confirmed in
Skull and Bones confirmed as DLC.
Yeah, that looked really real. Like I didn't.
3.
It looked very good.
It threw me off because Kingdom Hearts is cartoony and stuff, and that game didn't look cartoony. So I was like,
yeah.
Seems like maybe
it's the same feeling I had when they announced.
Right.
It's the same feeling I had when they announced Pirates of the Caribbean and Kingdom Hearts 2. Like, I feel like in this one, each world is going to have its own art style.
Yeah.
Like how Kingdom Hearts 2 did, and I can't wait.
Yep.
And I love that they have this whole like Kingdom Hearts bundle, so we can get all the Kingdom Hearts games on console for $100.
But only on PlayStation, right?
Oh, is it only on PlayStation?
I believe. I mean, why would they? I don't
so.
think they'd do that for Xbox, considering they don't have 1.5 or 2.5.
Oh, you're right. I forgot. Well, maybe you just need to play them on your Xbox, Tim.
I will if they come out on my Xbox for sure.
Kingdom Hearts 3 looks incredible. A dream. I can't wait. I screamed again once they showed that.
Right.
Yeah, because we were in the bar and I was like, "Oh my god!"
Right.
Yeah. I remember that.
It was good stuff.
Okay, on to
Nintendo.
So real quick, because I know that the first game is probably on everybody's list here, and I need to state something before we announce this first game. This first game, honestly, if I was to give an award, this game would get the surprised me the most award. Had no idea about it. Didn't even think, because even Resident Evil 2, as much as I love Resident Evil 2 and Devil May Cry and all, and I was super psyched, there were hints and pieces of, okay, we might see this. Like Resident Evil 2 was almost a given that we were going to see it. I was just super stoked to see it, right? But this first game, I had zero idea about it. I'm not saying I would never want it. We talk about it all the time, but there were no hints, no bomb drops, nothing. And I am super thrilled that Nintendo started it out this way. Trevor, do you know what that game is?
Super Mario Party.
Super Mario Party.
Absolutely, man. And
What's the best part?
It's not Mario Party 11 or 12 or 14 or anything where it just kind of keeps getting worse as it goes along. This is Super Mario Party. Like, this is back to its roots. Board game, head-to-head, none of this friendly bullshit. This is all-in, friend-ruining fun.
This is the friendship
Game's about to be broken
game.
after this game. Like,
this is going to be bad. It's going to be bad. See, we'll have to do it at, like, something really cheery. Like, it comes out in December, right?
Yeah, December.
So we'll have to do it like at a...
No,
like
October 5th. October 5th.
Oh, Smash
is December.
Oh, yeah. I just say October. Yeah,
Oh,
October
that's right,
5th.
because it's right before our charity stream.
Yeah, we talked about how great that's going to be.
We could just do like an entire 24 hours of Mario Party.
50 rounds Mario
Right.
Party. Let's do it.
After the 24 hours,
Mario
like,
Party
everyone's
Infinite.
like bloody and bruised. And, like,
If you guys would like to see how some of our Mario parties go down, we have a video I think on YouTube of one of our only Mario Party that we did, and it was interesting times.
it was very interesting. That's for sure. That's one way to put it.
I got threatened a lot.
We also saw. I mean, half of the stream was Super Smash Brothers.
Right.
Like that took up a good
Everyone's
chunk
here,
of it.
Trevor.
Everyone is here. Well, not everyone.
Everyone is here.
Not true. We found out where Waluigi is, by the way.
Oh, the Master Hand thing.
The Master Hand. Yeah. He's
Have you
been
seen that
there
thread?
the whole time.
No.
It's like this Photoshop thing to where they show Master Hand and then like they erase past it and the whole thing is Waluigi.
Oh.
It's pretty
That's
funny.
awesome.
Yeah, even though not everyone's here, like they state, we did get a few newcomers.
Everyone is here. I'd say.
But yeah, what do you mean everyone's not there? Was Waluigi ever in Smash?
No,
Right.
he's always been an assist trophy.
Right.
Everyone
So
is here.
Everyone is there.
If we're
Trevor.
saying everyone's here, then everyone that's been in Smash is here. Yes, that's true.
That's what they meant, Trevor.
But
Yeah, that's what they're saying.
I'm so
Waluigi has never been in Smash.
I know.
Get over it.
wow. You don't want him in Smash?
I don't.
Oh.
There's already like a bajillion Mario characters in the game. It's like he's in his sports games. He's in all of our
Wow. All right.
party games. It's fine.
All
I'm perfectly okay with him not being in Smash.
All right.
I'm okay with him being an assist trophy. That's fine. They made Knuckles an assist trophy. I want him to be in the game, but he's an assist trophy. He plays just as well as a character would
Wait, Knuckles?
if he wasn't. Knuckles is an assist trophy.
Yeah, he is.
What?
Yep. For sure. We saw him.
Yep.
Confirmed.
That's awesome.
Yep.
He wasn't like this.
I used him
He's a
in
new
my
assist
matches.
trophy, right? Because I haven't seen him before.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's awesome. We also saw.
He plays great.
I was telling Tim we saw Scizor as a Pokemon,
Pokeball,
Yep.
Scizor.
which
Yep.
is really cool. He did some work.
what he
But
does.
we got Ridley announced, which was awesome.
Yep.
Ridley was a lot of fun to play.
And we got to play the game, which is
Oh,
great.
dude. Really so good. I got to play that game so much over that.
You did.
Like past few days.
Glad you got to.
Oh my
That was
gosh.
a lot of fun.
I loved it.
It was
I
a good
can't
time.
wait.
Me and Trey went 2-2.
We did?
Yep.
I was holding back. What?
Oh.
No, it's fine. We'll settle it in Smash as the last game would say.
That's cool.
But yeah, it's looking great. Like it feels good. I honestly, with the titling Super Smash Brothers Ultimate, I'm not going to say it's a port of Smash 4. It is like there's
It's its
all
own
new
thing.
mechanics in
This
it.
is definitely a new
It's
thing,
totally
right?
its own
Like
game.
Yeah,
100%.
I don't think there's
Yeah.
any.
Like yes, it's gonna have the same assets as 4, like all DLC characters, but everyone plays different. Like everyone's gonna feel different. Like the little things that they've changed makes it feel like a whole new game.
It looks fun.
And then adding in all these new mechanics too is gonna be great.
It played fun too.
God, it's so good.
They played very well.
Like they changed all the smashes where like everything is like instant and quick.
Little
Which
Mac
would
still
make-
doesn't have any air game, so same old.
But he hits like a
He's
truck.
still,
man.
yeah, he still fucking hits like a truck for sure. I love the slowdowns now. Like when you
Yeah.
it's about to like smash someone off the stage, it just like slows down.
Yeah, it's just so good. Like it was so much fun.
That was a lot
Even
of fun.
Pokemon looks solid. Like
Pokemon Trainer?
no, like the game. Like I know I kind of switched
Let's
games
go.
real quick, but like
Oh.
I gotta say, after seeing more of it, understanding a bit more of it, I put down my wall of defense of you're not my Pokemon game. And I'm actually definitely looking forward to it. I'll get over the little things, but yeah.
What was the thing that we saw? We were watching the gameplay, and there's something that you specifically saw that like it really like changed your mind on it. I'm trying to think of what it was.
Something that I saw.
Because remember we were in the hotel room when we were watching it. We were
watching it.
the gameplay.
There's
I thought it was something with the
battle.
teams. We were looking at the teams. Was it the way they leveled up?
Oh, it was because even though they still use CP, they still have an actual level.
An actual level, okay.
So they actually have an actual level. So yeah, when you catch them, they have a CP thing. I'm pretty sure that's for the purpose of Pokemon Go. But they still do have a level system. I would actually be curious to see if they have IVs and EVs and stuff. Because if not, I'm okay with that. It'll stop me from being this Pokemon whore of IPs and EVs.
For sure, man. And I'm hoping that is the case with it being like the accessible Pokemon game.
Right.
I would love to see it where they just get rid of that altogether. They confirmed that they still have stats, right? They still have, your standard stats that you have in all the Pokemon games.
Right.
But if they got away from EVs and IVs and all that, I'd be completely okay.
Right. Yep, I agree.
That'd be a lot of fun. That way you don't have to, you can just build your own team.
Because we were watching them do the demo. They did a whole demo in the forest, right? The first forest. And it was just really neat because there were the Pokemon trainers, everything you saw there. And at any point in time, you'd be like, oh, hey, Onix, come out. And it's just jump on Onix and just go. The only thing I thought that was kind of goofy is co-op mode. You could do it the whole time. I could face Brock in co-op mode. And it'd just be me and your Pokemon versus Brock one Pokemon. I'm just like, well, that's just unfair.
Here's my rebuttal to that, and I didn't think about it until Phil said something in our Discord. His daughter's almost 3, I believe. Mm-hmm. So that's a way that he can play with his daughter and still progress throughout the game.
Right, and still have control over the game.
It's not something that me and you I need help with Brock. Are you kidding me?
Dark Souls battle.
Suck it up and beat Brock yourself.
No, I only have a level 10 Pidgey. Help me.
Right, exactly. So I don't know. I think it's one of those things that's optional, right? Nothing that we have to use. So it's definitely good for people that have younger kids that might not be able to do things on their own.
That being said, I would really like it if they can somehow implement it to where I can take my progress and come in over there and play with you. If they can find out a way to do that, that would be big. That would be huge.
Amiibo.
And it could be through Amiibos. I mean, that could definitely work.
Or even the
Pokeball thing. Because, if you think about it, if you're going to do co-op and I can just be like, hey, let's play some Pokemon and go fight people and do that's legit.
Right.
Especially online fights.
Oh, yeah. Can you imagine if they did Amiibo for all 151?
I'd buy them all.
No. Oh, my gosh. That'd be so stupid.
I would love it.
That's excessive. That's so much.
I would have shelves of Pokemon.
We're looking at $12.99, right? I think they're $12.99 a pop.
Yep.
It's just under $2,000. That's before tax.
That's insane.
That is before tax. If we estimate Ohio sales tax, we're looking at about $2,100. So,
just give me Nidoking, Gengar, Rhydon, pretty much all the cool bipedal fucking Pokemon, and Ninetales, and I'd be good.
So then,
I could see them doing because didn't they say for characters that don't have amiibos yet for Smash, they're gonna make one?
They haven't confirmed it. They've only announced Ridley and Squid Kid.
But that would make sense.
I bet Pokemon Trainer's gonna.
I would love for them to do give me Pichu, give me Wolf.
Right.
Who else? Other people that I can't think of.
Ice Climbers.
Ice Climbers, yeah. Daisy now, I guess. Because
I don't know if they do it for an Echo character. But, yeah.
Why not?
I thought Nintendo did well. Nintendo was very short, though. Very short, but they did. But it was short and half of it was Smash. Literally, the conference was 40 minutes long and half of that was Smash.
Yeah, I'm glad how in-depth they went with Smash. It was really cool to see that.
Yeah, my gosh.
But I definitely wish we would have spent some of that time with Animal Crossing or
Curb.
But you just got to think, Nintendo has directs.
Correct. They do big announcements all throughout the year.
E3 all year round, essentially for them.
For sure.
Fortnite. Fortnite on the Switch.
I would say we didn't talk about Fortnite at all.
Which me and Trey played in the hotel room, and it was phenomenal.
Right, for as crappy as our connection was, it still played pretty damn good. It
played well. We cross progression, so we could play. I could carry my stuff over and do my challenges on my Switch. Sony can't. It's unfortunate. Bad guy Sony, which is causing huge things. Like their stock is crashing right. Well, not crashing, but it is definitely down because of this. But it was great. It was fun. It worked well. I bought a Pro controller literally today for my Switch for it, and I picked up Splatoon 2, so I got that for Splatoon 2 as well.
Yeah, we'll have to play some.
Yeah,
I need to keep playing the story mode because it's actually really fun.
Yeah,
and the DLC just came out for that too.
So
nice.
Which they announced at E3.
I didn't when they first announced it, I was like, okay, I really don't care about Fortnite on the Switch, and then we played it, and I found out it was cross progression. I was like, this is perfect, and it is.
You can progress on the go now.
Yeah.
Yeah, now even when Nintendo's like their Xbox Live or whatever they're calling it, I can't even remember, Nintendo Live.
Right.
When that comes out, like, could you imagine just being like out somewhere and be like, I'm bored, I don't want to talk to people, I'm just gonna jump on Fortnite.
Now, is that how it's gonna work?
I would imagine I in my mind's eye, I'm thinking of your phone essentially being a hotspot, but using your
Switch
connection as a
that makes sense.
An entry point.
Yep. Okay. I'm excited. I thought it was really neat. It's cool.
It's gonna be cool. It's gonna be really cool.
Anything else?
And we got there's some indie games, mainly Hollow Knight for me, which I was really excited about. I'm gonna pick that up when I get paid.
And Fire Emblem got announced too. That looks legit.
Yeah. Fire Emblem Three Houses.
Yep. It looks really
interesting
good.
title.
Yeah.
Looks great. It looks really, really great. They're getting away from the super anime side, which is
right.
I'm happy with.
Right.
Some people aren't, but I'm cool with it.
Right.
And then we also got Dragon Ball Fighters, or Fighter Z, whatever they're calling it, for the Switch. Finally, so everyone can stop complaining about it.
Is that the one we also got Dragon Quest 11 announced on? Was it Nintendo?
No, that was Square. We didn't even talk about Square.
Because Square was basically non-existent.
There was that.
But they had some cool stuff.
Was the Quiet Man?
The crossover. Huh?
The Quiet Man? Isn't that what the new one was? It was like the deaf guy that beat up the guys in the alley.
Oh yeah. The Quiet Man. Yeah, it looked cool. But I think the only thing Square had that was interesting to me was the crossover stuff with
FF14 and Monster Hunter.
Monster Hunter.
I mean the Behemoth into Monster Hunter.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
That's gonna be really cool, man. I need to jump back on that game.
I played it the other day, or yesterday actually. I forgot how fun it was.
Yeah, dude, that game's so good.
Yep.
But I mean that pretty much wrapped it up with E3.
I think so. Unless you guys have any last minute things that we might have missed.
No.
I mean, I think last year for us as a group was better. I feel like
in
E3
terms of
in general this year was not that great, but we got lucky last year.
I would say
I was spoiled. I'm being a brat.
I'd say the things we got shown this year were better than last year total. I think the games. I think all the announcements and stuff were better this year for sure.
Yeah, announcement wise, easily.
If you're talking about our personal experience, I would agree with that.
Yeah, I did not have a good time. As a personal experience was not a good time this year.
But it was fun. There were some interesting things. I mean, it's E3. You win some, you lose some, but it was a good time. I had fun for what it was. Situations occur. Some things don't go as planned, but you move past them. You get. Yeah, I definitely had my little pouty moments. I'll say it of my own, but it was okay. You know why? Because we went to California Donuts, and it made the world better. And you know what? Speaking of something that made E3 a little bit better, I went to an Overwatch League match. Trevor dragged me.
Oh my god, we didn't even talk about that.
And if you know me, I'm not big into Overwatch. I'm just not. That going there was so much fun that I actually do want to start playing Overwatch. Like, thank you, Trevor, because that was a really good time.
I'm glad. I'm really glad you enjoyed it.
And it was such a good time that I went back the day we were supposed to fly out, and I'm glad that I did.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, that Blizzard Arena is something else. That was amazing. Like, I cannot wait to see what else they do with that, because they're going to be using it for League of Legends, or not League of Legends, oh my god, why did I say that? Heroes of the Storm, they're going to be using it for World of Warcraft, and they could be using it for Hearthstone, and I cannot wait to see what they do for that. Like, it's the best time. Like, that, the Blizzard Arena's part of E3 of our vacation was...
It was fun.
The best moment for me. I got to meet my entire team, the San Francisco Shock. They signed my jersey. I got to be on the commentator's desk, which was cool. I mean, I didn't get to commentate, but shout out to the Golden Boy who gave me the rundown of how things worked on there. But man, like just being in that environment where everyone's like cheering for their teams and just how much fun it was. Oh my gosh.
Yep.
It was so good. So good. I can't wait. I can't wait for more.
Yep.
I want to go back and do that again.
So I'd say to wrap up E3, our E3 little podcast here, best of show to me was Bethesda. And I'd say of all the games I saw, my top game was Resident Evil 2. It's a tough one between
Same.
Resident Evil 2 and Devil May Cry 5, but I've been waiting for Resident Evil 2 remake for far too long.
That's tough. That's a tough one for me, man. So you want me to pick best in show game and
Your favorite conference.
I like that favorite conference.
Right.
Not best conference. I think favorite is a more acceptable phrase here.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think I would say Bethesda as well. It's close between that and Sony. We said favorite. I'm allowed to have my favorite.
You're right. You're 100% right.
Yeah, and I'm allowed to have an reaction, just kind of, right?
And game, I don't know, man. Yeah, that's really tough. I mean, I'm glad I got to see Death Stranding gameplay, but I don't think there's anything other than Super Mario Party. That was like a big surprise. I'm really glad we saw that.
Yep.
So that maybe that then. Maybe
I'll give you
between
that.
Death Stranding
100%.
and Super Mario Party.
Yep.
So we're saying what best show? Is that
Your
what
favorite,
we're phrasing it?
your favorite conference, and your favorite game that you saw.
My favorite conference. Whew, I'm gonna say Microsoft, which is a little bit of a shocker on my
It is
end.
because you
but
hate Microsoft.
I don't hate Microsoft. They just don't have anything for me to play on it other than Sea of Thieves.
Right.
Sea of Thieves is my gateway to Microsoft right now. But I think they did a good job. They had, right from the get-go, they're like, okay, we're going to have 50 titles we're going to show.
Right.
Both, world premieres and exclusives, and that's what they did. They delivered.
Yep.
And then they showed even more on top of that. They showed, what they're doing for the future. They showed services they're going to be doing, and no other company did that.
Yep. I agree. That's a good one.
Like, this was the driving force to bring me back to Xbox, without a doubt. Like, I am looking forward to Forza 4, and I don't ever play Forza games, and this one is going to drag me in because it looks awesome. Best game, Resident Evil 2.
Yep. It's just
easily.
It looks so good.
It's a toss-up between Resident Evil 2 and Smash Brothers because I had a really good time with Smash Brothers, but Resident Evil 2 just takes the cake easily.
But yeah, that's it. That's us.
Yeah.
It's RE3.
That was RE3. I appreciate you guys tuning in, nerding out with us. Definitely looking forward to next year and the little Nintendo Directs that we'll have sprinkled throughout.
Yeah.
And we also have a few other conferences coming out throughout the year that I'm sure we'll do some more reactions
Gamescom is
to.
next?
I think so.
Yep.
Right?
Or GDC. One of the two.
I think it's E3, Gamescom, GDC, and then
Tokyo Game Show.
Tokyo Game Show. Yeah.
Cool.
Right.
Yeah, so we've definitely got lots to look forward to this year, between game releases and more game conferences to have more game announcements. But in the meantime, thanks for hanging out with us, guys. Appreciate you tuning in, and we will see you next time.
Bye, guys.